Yes, we are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. And we've always been there with you as much as we have always been there with you, listening as much as we can be. Obviously, there is no gaps, but often you don't always need us as you are walking through, living through, sleeping through, eating through your 3D lives. You don't often notice or need us as much when you are just living your, I don't want to say mundane, we don't want to say routine, but we want to say your lives, and however you want to label and see yourselves and your lives and how you spend your time. Yes, we know you're all waiting on us. And we understand that we're all waiting on all. And you can understand that. We feel like we're having a casual conversation amongst friends now to say to you what you've already suspected, to say to you what you've already guessed, had intuition with, and processed. And as you are aware, because of all of the signs that are around you now, you are indeed in the process and getting closer towards what you know is going to be happening for humanity and all who are here on this planet, and what has happened to this planet and why. It seems all so surreal now when you are seeing with your own 3D eyes as things that are really ramping up. The awakening is ramping up, getting everyone's attention. Of course, we understand and we have great compassion for those who have woken up a long time and can see all the nonsense for what it's worth. And we say, we know that you sometimes look over at that 3D smorgasbord of lower range emotions and the fear and the worry and the doubt and the what ifs and the but whys. When you question, you are almost addicted to asking questions, but you have forgotten how to settle within to be able to find the answers. And so it's about your routines, even with that itself. Have you mastered yet? And questions, why on earth is this happening? And sitting with it and sensing what, from the metaphysical perspective, from what our high dimensional realms do see and often tell you and guide you and show you. Have you got there yet? Have you been able to trust why all is happening? We understand that you want to still hold judgment of emotions for those people who are still following routine, following orders, going with the flow, trusting professionals, trusting that if they follow the rules that society has been told by a box on their wall or in their living room, that they will be safe, trusting what they were being told by a very reasonable looking, well-pleasing communicator of a presentation from a presenter telling you news and informing you and helping you understand why it is happening. Can you understand as a perspective, as a side viewer watching this with your wisdom now that you are fully aware of and awoken to? You can see the ploy, you can see the play, you can see the entrapment, you can see it all, the scaremongering, the worrying, the the manipulation. It is sad. It is sad for you to see your friends so gullible, it would seem to you, to trust and trust and trust and trust and trust and obey. It doesn't really impact you as much when they trust and obey. It is when they are still in fear or have anger for those who are not following the rules. They were taught very young to follow the rules, and the consequences were very firm if you did not follow the rules. And so they are continuing on with that belief, continuing on with that. Follow the rules. We have been told what to do, and we must do it. You understand that. You understand your friends who are watching this media, absorbing it because they don't know. They sense something big is happening. They don't quite know. And so they're sitting there in the comfort of their own homes, being fed this information, which they believe is the most up-to-date information that there possibly could ever be. We want to give those people hope. We want to give those people also an awakening to see. And you see something that may look like common sense. We hope so. But for those of you who are sitting on the side, rolling your eyes at the mainstream media, feeling frustrated at the audacity that they would be calling this journalism and calling this news when you know better, and we know better as well. But it's to awaken. It's a tool to awaken people to lies, manipulation, trickery. And this is why things are getting so extreme and out of hand and so ridiculous that even common sense itself is on its knees begging those who need to wake up. Please pay attention to me. I am common sense. I am your friend. I want to hang out with you. Let's hang out often. I think that would be fantastic. So common sense. Being a bit lonely. It's been a bit lonely, common sense. It's sitting there, feeling neglected. It's been triggered, having some trauma because it's not being used or acknowledged. So common sense is starting to get so lonely, it's starting to seek attention for itself. And it's coming out. And we want you to be entertained with the media now rather than pissed off. We know that it irks you, the audacity of the claims and the falsehoods. And so we want you to see if you can lift your mood, even if you have to watch this, find your joy, even if you have to watch any type of media, to find the giggles. See where common sense is trying to pop out big for attention. So we know that you know the vibration of watching such entertainment. We say in quotation marks, lowers your vibration. And we are saying, of course, this is not a time for you to be dilly-dallying around playing with that lower vibration frequency. It's not your friend. Common sense is your friend. And it's asking for a Facebook friend request. And we say this with jokes because we're wanting to have a conversation with you. And we are the Arcturians. We have not introduced ourselves to you. We are often the ones who speak. We are often the ones, we always are the ones that facilitate these conversations. And so, hello, our friends. Welcome to our other new friend who wants to have some fun with us today. Common sense is its name. We know that you have used not only just common sense while listening to these sessions, but you've applied it. You've used your key access of this wisdom to be able to really profoundly upgrade your lives, not just your perspectives, not just your level of love of self, which we're very proud of you all. Say we send you all warm fuzzies with your hearts because we know you. We know how hard you've worked for this, that inner peace and that self-love. looks so good on you. We're so proud. We just feel joy thinking of you, sitting there listening to us, loving you, sending you warm fuzzies in your heart. You deserve it. You've worked so hard in what is such a crazy experience right now on your planet. So you're doing well. We would not blame anyone for having a breakdown. We would not blame anyone for feeling so overwhelmed. But every experience is a lesson to find yourself back into a neutral state of emotion. We don't judge you when you have your low emotions. We don't judge you when you have your high emotions of joy. We can't judge love. We could never judge love. When we see you in your lower range of emotions and experiences, we always wish well for you. We always wish that you didn't choose to linger longer, and that you kind of tasted it a little bit and found yourself not really appreciating that meal of emotions that's very heavy and dense. And this reminds us, we need to tell you about your bodies and what's going on there. You're noticing some strange things, aren't you? It's not just the environment that is heating up and shifting around. It's your bodies. Your bodies are also heating up and shifting around. Have you noticed? Have you got that vibrational feeling of energy pulsing through you at such a high vibration of frequency that you feel electric? You feel fizzy and bubbling and zapping and any other words that you want us to explain to you. But tell us, how would you explain it? How do you describe your new electrical field that you feel within you? It's growing, it's shifting, it's changing, and it's all normal. And you're doing great. Your sleep patterns are doing different things. Everything that your body is doing is somewhat different in some regards. Definitely different from the year before and a few months before, as we are expanding the energy here. The energy here is very precious. The energy here is very sacred. The energy that you're receiving is a gift and an honor. We don't want you to waste it with going into fear, thinking something bad is happening to your body. We're still wanting you to drink water. We're wanting you to drink it as if it is crystalline, liquid gold. We say gold because we know you have such a materialistic wish that you wish you had plentiful of gold. Some of you still think that that could solve all of your problems. That's not quite the case. And we say, we're not sorry about that. We're saying that the true wisdom, the true richnesses, the true wealth has always been within you. Your capacity to love, your capacity to find joy and connect. That is truly where your wealth lays. And some of you are stingy with it. Some of you think that there is not enough to go around, so you'll hold on to it for yourself. Some of you love sharing so much that you almost run out for yourself and deplete yourself. Love, 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 love. Times 100 trillion billion. And if you wanted to imagine that it was a love letter that we were writing to you with many stars, many God stars for you collectors out there, and many hearts who need to have heart lists that would be bigger than Santa's. This list would be covering the universe backwards and forwards with all our love that we have for you. And that little moment where you felt our love when we zinged you and gave you that little heart flutter, that little overwhelming bit of joy where you felt, oh my gosh, they love me and I don't feel alone for this brief second. We love acknowledging you. We've always been acknowledging you. And you know that. And we don't mind saying it again and again and again. Their bodies are changing in many different ways, and it is all okay. Some of you are so fed up with not having common sense, or having not that many people have common sense, that you're so fed up, you're losing your shit over it. And we say this because we're releasing you at a profound rate. So you've been noticing you're going to the bathroom often than you would like. There's sometimes complications. It's not an easy flow, or it could be too much of going with the flow. And that is normal. It's not food poisoning. We want to say that to Erin. And these upgrades are profound because you're reaching a higher frequency vibration. And so you're having to release the lower depths of emotions. And you think you know all the shades of emotions, and we say you don't quite. And you also don't quite know all of your own shades of emotions from other lifetimes. And so what you're releasing now is an accumulation of all the crap you've been carrying along with you emotionally. Sorry for the crass statements, but we are not embarrassed with your bodies, so why should you be embarrassed with yours? And I guess maybe because it's a perspective that we see down upon you, and we see you holding on to your bodies as you are holding on to your emotional states. We don't see the difference. It doesn't look different to us if you're holding on to low emotions versus holding on to your bowels. I want to say that all your lower density emotions are shit, because that would be maybe unkind and it would upset you, because as you know, even those low shit emotions are very valuable, very important to learn and lessons and have growth. And you know what we've said a trillion times. But we want to say to you that when you have choices to go into that low density of worry and fear, you also choose how long you're going to be there. And you also choose how you're going to get yourself out of it. And you also choose how you want to continue on forward. And you also choose the next range of emotions. So we just want to say we sit here watching you with your friend Common Sense. And we love you. We love you, and we love you, and we love you. And you are so in control of your emotions, which controls your own reality. And you're masterful. You control your own reality. And if you want a mere definition of your reality, it is your emotions that you have control over. And that is it. We are sorry to say, our friends, you cannot control anyone else's reality or anyone else's emotions, even though you may try to manipulate, trick, and fool your friends into saying that you do look great in those skinny pants. The truth is, they have different belief systems, or maybe they have the same. We love using that analogy. It doesn't give the vehicle as much giggles as it used to be, as she is getting a skinny bottom. If she is still on her healthy, we want to say fad diet, but she is still trying to honor her body. She is still trying to work at focusing on what gives her higher vibrations. And it's not just mastering your emotions. You've got to make sure you're feeding and fueling your body with higher vibrations. This is why, once again, we want to do that sales pitch to you about drinking water. And we don't care what type of water it is, whether it is bottled water or from a swamp. Believe it or not, you can still that water from a swamp and let it sit there and the pure water will rise to the top, and the sediments will go to the bottom, and you can sieve through and suck up the top. But of course, before you would take ownership of any water, you would be acknowledging and thanking the sources who have provided this gift to you, because you are so grateful, because you are so in love with what you've been provided while you've been doing your services to humanity for this lifetime. We say that with love, and we do not judge those who have sometimes forgotten to send love to your water. And that is fine, because sometimes you love yourself so much you don't need extra love to water, because you just ooze fantastic high vibrational frequency of love, which then automatically raises the frequency of your water, which then just gives us such great joy. And common sense comes in and says, this is my jam. This is it. Common sense wins again. So common sense has got a bit of an ego now, because every time you use him, he thinks that it is him that has been doing the magic and the higher perspectives. And so we want to say that bringing your frequency vibration up and focusing on high thoughts, focusing on the things that give you joy, truly does make a difference, not just to you alone, but to your surroundings. While you can't force others to have a higher frequency vibration and to have higher emotions, because you are happy, because you are with joy, it is almost contagious, because the energy is undeniable. So someone near you will feel that, will feel you. It may be hard for them because they're still struggling, but it helps them, even if they're confused why. And so this is why you are part of service to humanity and those people who are physically around you. And we want to say this. It is not just the people in your households that you are sharing your high frequency vibration with. It is not just your neighborhood. You can actually impact a lot more around you than you can know. And what else is in between those fields? It's not just people that you're helping. It's not just animals that you are helping. It's not just plants that you are helping. You're helping all of the consciousnesses that are surrounding your physical area. And that is great service. And that is why you must be able to take your responsibility of raising your frequency vibration to a serious level, not just a weekend hobby, as we say with love. And we have felt that while we have been able to help you with these connections and all these other sessions, and we have enjoyed being able to give you our perspective, we also feel like we are on a very relaxed conversation status now. And so you're noticing how casual this conversation with us even is. You're sensing a theme. You must be thinking, why is there pressure off them? Why are they not so serious? Why are they adding jokes that aren't even making me giggle? And we say, oh, you're judging us. And we say, we're not judging. You're not judging. We want to add so much jokes. And while we may not get so much of the puns right and the jokes right, we want to make you laugh, because when you laugh, instantly you drop your crap and your density and you have a giggle, and it raises your vibrations and we can see it, and it looks like a light bulb that's turned on high. We love that. We love that. And we see so many who have had dim lights. They've chosen to dim their lights. And that is sad for us, because you are very capable of so much more. And so less choice making, perhaps, with much peer pressure and common sense to suggest potentially not dimming your lights anymore, our friends. Go hard, go max, Go big. We want to be using as much colloquialism as we can. We want to be trendy. We want to be cool. We want to be your friends. And we don't want you to keep feeling like just because we're higher dimensional beings that we can't hang out with you and assist you, because we always can, we always have been. But we take our jobs so seriously because you're so seriously important to us. And we really want you to hear that again. We've always taken our jobs so seriously because you are seriously important to us. And we've never wanted you to forget that. And we always hoped that when we loved you and when we empowered you and when we supported you, that would encourage you and inspire you to step into your light, to turn your little dimmer gold beam. We can feel this now. We can feel all of you beaming at us because we've been able to give you now more gratitude and more gold stars and hearts than we ever have before. And we are so happy. 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 And so, you know why we are happy. And you know what is to come. And we know that sometimes when you think about the future moving forward, it may bring your dimmer down. You feel heavy. And we say, we know you love those people. We know you love humanity. We know you don't want to see anyone else suffer. And we say, remove the judgment and the perception of them suffering to liberation and freedom. You know that. You know that. But it is natural for you to feel sad and worried and concerned and scared for them. They're not feeling that way, only you will be. And so choices, again, remind yourself of choices. And remembering those around you will be definitely feeling that density of their emotions and their shock and a whole lot of other feelings. And remember what happens when you dim your light down. You don't be of service as much. We want you to crank up that to maximum. Your light being shone bright with your faith and your trust and your love. That everything has a lesson and a purpose and a significance and an importance, and the event is coming, and you know this, and you are going to be balanced with this and accept this, knowing this is your life purpose and your duty and your role, and you've been training for this, and you've got all the strength to do this with joy, knowing that you are a helper for humanity. And if you are still living alone and you still think that you can't be of service to anyone, remember your community, remember your location, remember when your light is shining high, they feel that, they love that, they need that. Please and thank you for remembering that. We love that. We love that you know that your energy can help so much. We know that it's feeling like pressure to force you to be high vibrational. And yes, if you feel like we are peer pressuring you for our own needs, it is not for our own needs at all. You get the rewards for being high vibrational because you feel fantastic when you are. We're not asking for selfish reasons. We're asking on behalf of yourself and behalf of those who are around you. These may look like dark days ahead, but you know the duality of the dark is finding the way to the light. And the light's coming. High vibration is coming. Love is coming. Liberation is coming. Freedom is coming. Joy is coming in the most extreme level. Love is coming, and it's coming, and it's coming, and it's coming. And so, allow, accept, give gratitude for all. Give gratitude to yourself because you know you have been working hard. For those who have been working, you know you have been working hard. Acknowledge this, feel grateful for yourself and be proud of yourself. When you look back at this moment now and all the time that you have left, when you're doing your life review and you're looking at your behavior and your actions moving forward from this moment that you listen, you know that you want to make yourself proud and you want to see how profoundly powerful your connections and your energy is. Use your choices wisely, empower yourself to empower others. This is what it's all been for. You're going to do great. You're allowed to feel all of the emotions too. And remember, you know how to find neutral. And you know how not only to find neutral, but to be able to hold it at a higher frequency and even hold it higher than neutral. Above joy, you know what pure love feels like because it is remembering who you are. It is remembering that you are part of Source and feeling into that divine energy. Remembering all that water you have been putting inside of yourself is filled up within all of yourselves. Crystalline, liquid gold, we called it for you. Since we know you love your labels and you're full of that energy, you're full of that divine love and light. And we're connecting it all now to Source. Not because you're all going to Source, but we are wanting to connect you to the power of Source now, to be able to give you a gratitude gift and thank you, to give you a profound boost, a profound connection. Many of you have not felt even worthy to connect to Source. And we are saying you've always been worthy, but once again, you have limited yourself, which did not serve you. So whomever you like to call your Source, your prime creator, your God, your sweet baby Jesus, whomever you want to connect into, to be able to feel their love shining down on you, shining their love through you. Allow this energy to come. Accept this energy for you. You're allowed to feel this energy and embrace this energy of pure love, which is filling up all of your cells. And this beautiful energy is moving down through your body, flowing all the way down through the body. And as it is going down through the body, it will flow right out of the body after it has filled up all of your cells with beautiful crystalline liquid gold energy infused by Source itself and all who you have connected with to help assist you with this love connection today. And this will remain purely connected to your body. If you want to listen to this again, it will still be here energetically for you. Or you can even do this on your own, asking, trusting that you are being provided pure connection, which is beautiful, healing, loving energy flowing through your body. And you can feel it and you can love it and be so grateful that you are allowing yourself to have this powerful energy healing happening to your body. We love to be able to have this chat with you. And we love being able to try and make jokes, make you giggle, make you feel our love, make you feel our pride for you. Continue on, please, holding the light that is beautifully infused into your divine bodies. How does that feel to be labeled divine bodies? We see your soul essences. We see your physical essences. We know you love your labels. We want you to accept that you can be considered divine beings. We see that looks very fitting on many, and we love that for you. Go with peace, go with love, go with joy, go with gratitude. We say this with much love.